Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Monday. Meteorologist Aaron White here, and thank you for joining us for another edition of our 10 Weather Impact Show. And it's been a pretty decent day so far. We've had some sunshine out there after a chilly start. We got down into the 30s across most of central Ohio, and we do have some colder temperatures in our forecast as we head into tonight and again tomorrow night, and there's actually freeze warnings in effect as we go through the overnight hours, as we'll likely get down into the 20s. But for at least this afternoon, thanks to some sunshine and winds out of the west-southwest, our temperatures are actually warming up a little bit higher this afternoon, now at 58 degrees. So it's still on the cooler side compared to what we've had in the past week or so, where we had highs up into the 80s, near record highs back last week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But then we got that cold front that brought us some showers and storms back Saturday, some severe weather as well. And now the cooler weather that we had, of course, yesterday into today. But still, our temperatures have gotten a little bit better this afternoon. We have some upper 50s and even a couple lower 60s on the map right now. 60 in Circleville. We got 60 Jackson and Piketon, 57, actually now up to 61 in Jackson and Piketon, 57 for Logan. And a little bit cooler further northeast you go. We got some lower 50s, but looks like everyone is now out of the 40s. So we have made some progress, but tomorrow temperatures are going to be turning colder. We have 40s for highs for most of the area. Could see some low 50s in southern Ohio, but overall, we are looking at some colder conditions coming in. And here's a look at that freeze warning that is in effect here for tomorrow morning. Pretty much everyone is going to see those freezing temperatures down into the 20s to lower 30s. So just be aware of that. If you were eager to get some plants outside, of course, with the warmer temperatures recently, anything that you can't bring inside, I would recommend covering up here tonight and again tomorrow night, because we're tracking both nights with temperatures down near and likely below freezing. So hard freeze is expected here for tonight into tomorrow morning. And then again for Wednesday morning, as we'll likely get down to the upper 20s. But I think some places could even get into the mid 20s, around 24 or 25 degrees. So pretty cold temperatures coming in, at least for a couple of nights. So again, bring anything inside that you can't cover up here as we head through Wednesday. But eventually our overnight lows will get back into the 40s by Thursday morning. And our actual high temperatures are forecast to be in the 60s by Wednesday. So really, it's just going to be tonight and tomorrow night that we're going to have to be concerned about for those freezing temperatures. Meanwhile, as we look at the hour-by-hour forecast, we're not tracking much of anything here, just some scattered clouds this afternoon and maybe a couple sprinkles trying to develop, a couple light showers, maybe near Cambridge and more so to the north and east heading into Pennsylvania. So not a lot to worry about with that. We'll see a few more scattered clouds coming in as we head into tonight, and that could actually help some areas if we see a little bit more cloud cover. Basically, when we're tracking these colder temperatures and we get some clouds rolling in, it can act like a blanket and keep our temperatures from getting as cold as if we had clear skies and light winds. So we'll be watching that through tonight, but even with that, I do still expect most areas to see temperatures down near and below freezing. As we look at our forecast, you can see pretty much everyone except for parts of southern Ohio may not get quite down below freezing, but we do have some 20s in our forecast near and north of I-70. And then tomorrow, not going to make a lot of progress. We'll get up into the 40s, so we will warm back above freezing, but it's still going to be at least on the cooler side. This should actually be Tuesday's high temperatures here again for tomorrow. Meanwhile, as we look at our 7-day forecast, we are tracking highs around 60 this afternoon. Again, we're at 58 degrees now, 60 for the high, 46 for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine the next couple of days. And then as we go into Wednesday, again, that morning low down to 28. Winds are going to shift to the south, and that's going to help to kick in some warmer air. So we'll get up to about 64 by the afternoon. And then as we look ahead to the rest of the 7-day forecast, we are going to continue to make some progress. We get low 70s back here as we head into Thursday and Friday. Now, Friday, we are tracking our next chance for any sort of moisture, just looking at some scattered showers passing through, and that could linger into early Saturday. You'll notice our temperature on Saturday a bit cooler, 64 for a high temperature. And then by Sunday, we are tracking highs back into the lower 80s. And it does appear like if we look past the 7-day forecast, we are going to continue with upper 70s and low 80s here, even into Monday and Tuesday of next week. And that could actually be our next chance for any potential thunderstorm activity about just over a week from now by Tuesday. So we'll be watching that again. It's way past the 7-day forecast, so a lot can change, but at least we are tracking some warmer temperatures. And while there's no severe weather in our current forecast, we did have another tornado actually confirmed over the weekend. These storms in Ohio. And some of the new details on Sunday, the National Weather Service actually conducted a damage survey. They confirmed a tornado touchdown in Defiance County again back on Saturday. This is now the 10th confirmed tornado in Ohio this year. And you can see looking at some of the video and some of the pictures here, people are still cleaning up from some of that damage.
Overall, we got pretty lucky. We lost 2 large trees in our front yard here, and we had a trash can kind of blow from a neighbor's yard into our living room window and broke that, but nothing that can't be replaced.
And the National Weather Service did say that it is an EF1 tornado. If we take a look at our map here, looking at the graphic, you can see that this is a tornado that was estimated with peak winds to be up to 95 miles per hour, carving a path of about 4 miles and actually taking it through the city of Defiance there. Again, this confirms Saturday afternoon. The Weather Service went on Sunday to Defiance to look at some of the damage and then confirming it as an EF1 tornado. So here's a look at the map showing all the tornadoes that we have had here in Ohio through this year here in 2026, and we are now up to 10. We had 2 tornadoes in Defiance County now, 2 in Shelby County, and if you remember back towards March 26th, we actually had tornadoes a little bit closer to us here in central Ohio. Hardin, Morrow, and Knox County all having a tornado confirmed there again back in late March. So it's already been a fairly active severe weather season. And now on to a follow-up severe weather story from last year. This actually involves the flooding that would happen back in Texas. Families who lost daughters in those floods are actually asking the camp where their daughters died to stay closed. Camp Mystic could be allowed to reopen this year if state officials approve its license renewal, but of course parents are saying it's too soon and they still need answers. Amanda Henderson with our sister station in Houston has the story.
She was the best, and we love her very much, and we miss her very much.
Sitting side by side, Stacy and Johnny Stevens tell us about their daughter, Mary Barrett.
She was going to do really great things, and I'm so proud to be her mom.
The 8-year-old is one of the 27 campers and counselors who died in the July 4th floodwaters while attending Camp Mystic. Nearly 9 months later, the camp has officially applied for a license to partly reopen.
It is so rash, considering the lack of understanding that we have about an event that took 27 girls' lives.
Our children's lives were not a business inconvenience. These girls were loved in their families, in their communities, in their schools, and we deserve to have answers.
The couple's attorney, Kyle Finley, agrees.
I hear Camp Mystic talking about reopening, but I don't hear them talking about what their new emergency plan is.
In a March 4th hearing, Camp Mystic's Guadalupe campus director, Edward Eastland, took to the stand. The legal team for the family of Seal Stewart, the final missing camper, questioning him.
We asked that director, Edward Eastland, what was your plan? On March 4th, he still could not even identify what the plan was on July 4th, July 5th, or March 4th. What are you going to tell all these children? Are you going to have them swim in the same water that may hold Seal or somebody else that they're still looking for?
Seal's parents previously writing this letter, calling out Camp Mystic's leadership for wanting to reopen.
I think for Will and Cece, it's unconscionable that they would invite campers back, period.
And that was Amanda Henderson reporting. Camp Mystic previously released a statement to our sister station in Houston saying it's in compliance with the state's camp safety laws and has added additional safety measures. The state says the license approval process actually takes weeks because applications are reviewed in the order they are received. And in Ohio, day camps must register with the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services every year. Overnight camps are actually regulated by local health departments. As you sign your child up for camp this summer, here are some actual questions the American Camp Association says you may want to ask. find out how the camp stays in touch with local emergency teams, also ask about their emergency plans from weather events to water safety. The association says that while what happened at Camp Mystic is rare, they want families to feel safe and informed. And out west, concern actually for summer is fast turning from storms to lack of rainfall. Crews are mopping up 2 brush fires that actually started yesterday, including the Springs Fire in Moreno Valley that burned more than 4,000 acres. This weekend, LAFD said it's boosting staffing and pre-positioning trucks because of the Santa Ana winds. And we hear it all the time from fire season is year round, but it seems to be catching people a bit off guard because of just after a round of rain just a couple of days ago.
I think just be very self-aware of your surroundings.
A critically dry and windy weekend forecasted for Los Angeles means extra resources in staffing in the LA Fire Department's Valley and Western bureaus.
We really do have a year-round fire season here in the Los Angeles area.
It comes just a day after 2 fires burned across the region. The Springs Fire torched over 4,000 acres in Riverside County's Moreno Valley.
They were telling us to go ahead and evacuate. They were going door to door.
And a smaller brush fire in Acton forced brief evacuations.
It's a beautiful day just to come outside.
Many hiking in the popular Runyon Canyon area shocked to hear of dangerous fire conditions this early in the season, but said everyone should be taking steps to stay prepared no matter the time of year.
It's always taking precautionary measures just to make sure that you're safe at all times.
I just try to stay up to date with news and stuff as much as I can.
While it's been a mild winter as far as temperatures, the LA region got recent rainfall.
Sometimes people do let their guard down when they do see some significant rain. They think, oh, the hillsides must be saturated. Nothing's going to burn in these types of conditions.
LA Fire Captain Brennan Silverman said the time to prepare for the next major wildfire is before it starts.
This is kind of the first warning that this year where people are really taking notice of the weather changing. And so this is a great time, if you haven't already solidified that plan, to take a look at it.
A reminder for everyone to stay weather aware regardless of the season.
Making sure you're safe and making sure other people are safe, taking a precaution to that, devising a plan for safety. Yeah.
Taking a live look from Artemis 2 as they mark almost 1 week on the first manned moon mission in more than 50 years. Just a spectacular view there as they are now getting ready to make its flyby of the moon here over the course of the next several hours. The crew is now closer to the moon than ever before, and they are getting ready for that 6-hour flyby around the far side of the moon tonight. NASA will lose all communication with the crew for about 40 minutes, and what we're working to find out this morning and this afternoon now is what song the crew actually woke up to this morning. And there you go. That song by CeeLo Green, Working Class Heroes, is how the Artemis crew woke up Sunday. And each day they actually get a new wake-up song. This time they also got a recorded message from Apollo 16 astronaut Charlie Duke.
We in America and all of the world are cheering you on. Thanks to you and the whole team on the ground for building on our Apollo legacy with Artemis. Godspeed and safe travels home.
I mean, I gotta say, that's a pretty cool way to wake up there as they're flying to the moon here today. And NASA posted this photo on Instagram, captioning it, "One last look of Earth before we reach the moon." Just such a cool thing happening there with Artemis 2. And now for the latest on this mission, they are scheduled to make a historic loop around the moon today. In just a few hours, the crew is due to make its closest approach to the moon, more than 250,000 miles from Earth. Mark Strassman reports from the Johnson Space Center.
The 4 of us have looked at this moon our entire lives, and the way we are responding to what we are seeing out the window, it's amazing.
For Artemis 2, this moonshot has become a thrill ride. The moon keeps getting bigger, and a waxing moon means a waning planet Earth behind them. That's you and me and everyone else.
It was a half Earth, then it was a full Earth, and then it was no Earth.
Now this was a long-distance conversation. The crew then 180,000 miles from Earth, telling us about their ever-changing perspective.
We've all watched a waxing moon from Earth. What's it like to watch the moon grow from space?
We were catching glimpses of the far side, the side that you can never see from Earth. It just looked different out the window, and that is wild. It just really put our place in the universe in perspective.
Tonight, their Orion capsule will curl around the moon's far side. The crew will come within 4,000 miles of the surface. The moon's illumination will be roughly 20%, and the crew will spend 3 hours taking photos of the lunar landscape.
You get the play.
We watch them practice their photography before launching, sometimes using poster boards of the moon as a target, other times an inflatable moon hanging from the ceiling.
They're going to use a camera that looks just like this with a pretty big lens.
Paul Reichert is the mission's photography instructor.
And they're going to take a lot of pictures of the moon, probably over 10,000 in the 3 hours that they're going around it.
10,000?
10,000. You want to start at the side that the moon is disappearing first, because if you don't get that side, you're going to miss it, because you're going to travel past it.
The crew will capture areas of the moon never glimpsed before by human eyes.
You'll be on one side of the moon, everyone else on Earth will be on the other. What do you hope the rest of us are thinking about?
For me, it leads back to gratitude. Gratitude that out of this huge universe, we get to live together on Earth, planet Earth.
Early this morning, the capsule's trajectory pulled within the moon's sphere of influence. For the first time, the pull of the moon is stronger than the pull of Earth. Then again, the pull of the moon is what this mission is all about, and why millions of people are expected to follow the lunar flyby.
That's a great milestone for us.
The world will be enjoying the view at that point, won't they?
We're all going to be enjoying the view. And I hope the rest of the people of this country and of the world get to share in that experience.
On the far side of the moon, the crew will set a new long-distance record from Earth. And while they're back there, there's no line of sight with Earth, so no communication for a time. 40 minutes of radio silence. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Houston.
And just a remarkable mission. And finally today, before we go, we want to check out some new video into us here at 10 TV. This is actually video out of Texas. There was reports of a tornado spotted in the Lindale area Saturday morning. Clint Brock, who lives in the area, said he saw the clouds begin to form like a tornado around 10:20 in the morning. And when he steps outside on his front porch to take a video, just amazing video there. And unfortunately, that storm did end up leaving some damage behind, but still, kind of a pretty wild side. Of course, we are getting into the heart of severe weather season. We're likely going to see some more storms even like this, not just in Texas, but even here in parts of Ohio. We got severe weather season really starts to ramp up as we go through the rest of April into May and even into the summer months. We, of course, will likely get some more showers and thunderstorms that could produce tornadoes, hopefully not, but even some more severe weather. And more video this time out from the fires out west. This is the massive Springs fire still burning as of Saturday night. In these images, the flames at that time had burned more than 4,000 acres and only 10% actually was contained. Of course, never a good sign to see the fires that close to some residents, some homes there, and always a concerning sight as we've had, of course, wildfires out in parts of California, in many other western states. And as we all know, a lot of times when you get those big fires burning out across the parts of the Pacific Northwest through down in California, even into Colorado, when those fires get really big, we start to get all that smoke up into the atmosphere, and eventually we might start to see some hazy skies as we really go into the heart of the wildfire season here over the course of the next several months. But hopefully we don't have to deal with anything like that. We've, of course, had a lot of hazy skies in the past, and hopefully this is a little bit more tame year. But we will be tracking that, of course, and also tracking any potential storms on our forecast. Right now, the next chance of rain is going to be coming up here on Friday, just about a 30% chance for a few scattered showers. So nothing much with that, but I think our next best chance for any storm activity, I mentioned it earlier, is going to be coming up as we head into next week. About a week from tomorrow, we could be talking about some storms, but a lot can happen in that time. So before we get to that, we can enjoy some sunshine here. Just got to get rid of the chilly temperatures here as we head through tonight and tomorrow. But at least we got some 70s and even 80 back in the forecast as we head towards the end of the week. So that'll do it for us here on 10 TV Plus. Thank you for joining us here for the Weather Impact Show. Chris Stomer will be in with the latest forecast here as we head through this afternoon.